Baseball has consistently referred to itself as America's pastime, but in 2025, this term appears to be antiquated and almost insignificant. The sport has transcended its status as an American obsession. Baseball is evolving into a genuine global phenomenon, as evidenced by the Dominican fans who dance in the streets during international games and the full stadiums in Tokyo. And this week, the reality of the situation was further underscored by Fox Sports' announcement that it had acquired the U.S. broadcasting rights for the 2026 World Baseball Classic, WBC. This agreement solidifies the WBC as one of the most valuable and influential international tournaments in contemporary sports. This action is not solely motivated by television rights or ratings. The World Baseball Classic has discreetly evolved into baseball's response to the FIFA World Cup, an event that transcends leagues, contracts, and club loyalties. The key to unlocking baseball's next great evolution, becoming a genuinely global product, may be its continued growth. The Fox deal, a vote of confidence in global baseball. Insiders characterize the 2026 WBC rights acquisition by Fox Sports as massive in terms of both its value and its long-term implications. The network has already established a strong presence in Major League Baseball through its MLB postseason and World Series coverage. However, the WBC provides a unique perspective that MLB itself frequently fails to provide. National passion, international stakes, and spontaneous storylines that cannot be scripted by a 162-game season. The tournament's transition from a niche exhibition to a global media property is indicated by the decision to allocate significant resources to WBC rights. This was demonstrated by the 2023 edition, which achieved unprecedented numbers. Even the World Series audience was dwarfed by the global audience of over 70 million for Japan versus the USA. One of the most frequently reenacted sports moments of the decade was Japan's triumph, which was sparked by Shohei Ohtani's cinematic final at-bat strikeout of Mike Trout. The 2026 World Baseball Classic is now being positioned as the centerpiece of Fox's international sports programming, and its future could rival the cultural impact of the Euro Cup in soccer and the FIBA World Cup in basketball. From spring exhibition to global stage, skeptics disregarded the World Baseball Classic WBC as a glitzy preseason scrimmage upon its inception in 2006. Numerous MLB players declined to participate, national teams encountered difficulties with roster management, and supporters were uncertain about the extent of their commitment. The landscape has undergone a comprehensive transformation in the span of 2 decades. Players are currently engaged in a campaign to represent their respective countries. National garments are revered by fans. The energy emanating from Tokyo Dome to Lone Depot Park in Miami is more reminiscent of a festival than a baseball game. The reason is straightforward. The World Baseball Classic has successfully captured the emotive stakes that transcend national boundaries, which MLB was unable to do. Although baseball's club system is commercially successful, it frequently segregates supporter bases within local regions. But the passion becomes universal when the Dominican Republic or Japan is pitted against the United States, or Puerto Rico is pitted against the Dominican Republic. Baseball is no longer merely a game. It is a global symbol of identity, pride, and representation. The significance of the WBC in the context of Major League. To comprehend the genuine influence of the World Baseball Classic, it is necessary to examine the box scores of Major League Baseball. The Classic has evolved into a diplomatic bridge, economic engine, and talent incubator. 1. Talent development. Countries such as the Dominican Republic, South Korea, and Japan utilize the World Baseball Classic as a global platform to exhibit their domestic talent. In the same way that the 2006 World Baseball Classic introduced players such as Daisuke Matsuzaka, and the 2017 edition highlighted a young Ohtani, scouts and executives utilize it to identify the next generation of stars. 2. Economic expansion. The global reach of baseball translates into substantial commerce. According to reports, the 2023 tournament generated more than $300 million in combined media, sponsorship, and admission revenue, a remarkable sum for an event that lasted only a few weeks. In anticipation of 2026, nations such as Mexico and Taiwan are currently in the process of investing in new stadiums and development programs in order to capitalize on the international excitement. 3. Cultural diplomacy. The World Boxing Championship has also been a unique forum for sports diplomacy. Baseball can unite players from the United States, Venezuela, Japan, and Cuba under a single stage, despite the high level of geopolitical tensions in the world. In 2023, when Japan and South Korea faced off, millions of viewers tuned in not only for the baseball, but also for the symbolism. A change in power, the globalization of baseball. Baseball's power structure was centered around MLB for a significant portion of the 20th century, with American franchises, sponsors, and broadcasters determining the sport's cadence. However, this is rapidly evolving. Japan's Nippon Professional Baseball (NPB) has emerged as a cultural hub in Asia, surpassing the Major League Baseball (MLB) in terms of viewership. The WBC serves as the connector, a global summit where all of these systems convene, compete, and collaborate. Baseball's commercial ecosystem is being transformed by this dynamic. Sponsorships are now negotiated with a focus on global markets rather than solely on U.S. ratings. During the 2023 World Baseball Classic, social media engagement exceeded 2 billion impressions, with more than half of this traffic originating from non-U.S. countries. Nike, New Era, and Samsung are leveraging the tournament to engage a more diverse and youthful fan base. The player factor. National pride meets market value. Shohei Ohtani's iconic 2023 performance not only garnered him global acclaim, but also elevated his marketability to unprecedented heights, thereby facilitating his historic contract with the Los Angeles Dodgers. After representing their respective countries, young talents such as Julio Rodriguez and Juan Soto have experienced substantial growth in their social media and endorsement followings. Players are now advocating for improved scheduling and insurance coverage to facilitate their participation in the World Baseball Classic. This is due to the emotional connection they have developed. For numerous individuals, it is no longer an option. It is a matter of personal preference. Tokyo, Miami, and Riyadh, the future of frontiers. The WBC has the potential to completely reshape the geography of baseball if it can implement a permanent global rotation, similar to the FIFA World Cup. Consider a semi-final in Mexico City or a final in Tokyo, the type of event that transforms local devotion into a global celebration. What is next? The global business model of baseball. The Fox contract is not merely a broadcast agreement. It is a strategy for the global marketing of baseball over the next decade. In the face of competition from sports that are expanding at a quicker pace, such as soccer and basketball, MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred has underscored the importance of international engagement for the sport's survival. It is anticipated that enhanced streaming partnerships in Latin America and Asia, exhibition series between MLB and NPB, which are cross-league collaborations. The world stage of baseball has finally arrived. The 2026 World Baseball Classic will mark more than just the commencement of another tournament when the first pitch is hurled. It will symbolize baseball's transition into a global sport. The Fox agreement guarantees that millions more individuals will tune in, but the genuine victory is more profound. It demonstrates that the emotive impact of national pride can achieve what corporate branding alone cannot. The game is no longer defined by its origins. Rather, it is defined by its progression from Tokyo to San Diego, from Santo Domingo to Seoul. The WBC is not merely broadening the audience of baseball, it is also broadening its essence. If you are of the opinion that baseball's global era has finally arrived, please like, subscribe, and comment. The greatest is yet to come.